Hello everyone, welcome to the new session of Excel Next. In this particular session, we will not be talking about any formulas or typical techniques as we noticed with respect to pivot tables, subtotal, etc. We will be talking about how do you work with different sheets of the same file and how do you work on this different scattered cells of the same sheet. When I refer to sheet, I would be referring to individual sheets called division ED, division HFD. Both of these mentions the salary details of the respective employees of the division. Let me take an example. In the division HFD sheet, I want to work on the few initial rows, and along with that I also want to compare and work on the last few rows, and that too simultaneously. Now how do I do that? A quick way to do that is, if I go to view, there's a button called split. Now this splits the window into 4 quadrants, as you can see. In the first two, if you start scrolling down, that scroll down effect doesn't happen in the third and fourth quadrant. What does that mean? That means in the first quadrant, if I make any changes in the last few details, let's say making a very big number just for experimentation sake, it will also reflect in the next 3 quadrants as well. As you can notice, the advantage lies that you can scroll to the top, make changes on the initial bit of data, and you can expect that the same thing will also happen in the first 2-3 views of the windows as well. So it gives you different views of the same sheet from different angles, and you can work on row number 2 and simultaneously you can work on row number 200. So that's the advantage in case you are working on a financial model which spans across hundreds of rows. So you can compare 2 different sets of data. One could be in the initial set of rows, one could be in the later set of rows. This is about working in the same sheet. Let me first deactivate the split window, and then I'll discuss how do you work with different sheets simultaneously. When I say different sheets, I refer to different sheets of the same file, in our case division ED and division HFD sheet. To do that, let me take the help of another technique called new window. As you can see from the icon, it picks up the same file and shows you different views of the same file. So when I click on new window, it may appear that nothing has happened. But wait, if you notice the file name, there's a digit 2 attached after the file name, which means this is the second view of the same file. Okay, if this is the second view, then where is the first view? It is there, but it's lying in the background. To activate that, I can use the minimize or reshape the window, which will allow me to see the other window which is behind it. Alternatively, I can say, why not you arrange all the windows maybe vertically? Okay. So as soon as I do that, it arranges the 2 windows of the same file vertically. So as you can see, the digit 1, which signifies the first view of the window, and digit 2, which signifies the second view. Now if I am in the sheet HFD in the second view on the left, I can jump to the sheet division ED, which is on the right. They are of the same file. Now to prove that, if I make any changes, let's say in the sheet division ED, writing my name in the first cell, let me also test whether the same thing happens in the other view. So let me go to division ED. Oh yes, it does. So it's the same file, different views. You can work simultaneously across scattered sheets of the same file. Wonderful technique. If you are done with the editing and change part, you may close the second view of the same file. So now what you're remaining with is the same file, one view. So those are the 2 techniques. Just a quick recap. Split, when you're working on scattered cells of the same sheet and you want to work on those simultaneously. Strategy 2. New window, which means you can work on different sheets of the same workbook simultaneously, and any changes you make in one will also reflect in the other view, basically changing the main mother file. So keep on working. We'll talk about more tips and tricks in the upcoming videos. Thank you.